What's up, everybody? This is Hetties. I'm your host, Jay, and today we're going to tackle an aphid problem. So we started off with discovering the aphids. Had some curling leaves and some weird growth, and it's been growing a little bit slow. And I looked at it and saw little black dots and looked at it in the microscope. So I showed you guys that a while ago, and now after that, I had sprayed Lost Coast for 5 days, and that took care of the problem a lot, and the plants started growing again, but the aphids are still in there, or at least were still in there, and they're pretty much on their way out now. And that's thanks to the ladybug. So we got some ladybugs, and they're gonna take care of the problem most of the way. Might get some green lace wings, also some eggs of those, and put those in there, but I think the ladybugs are going to repopulate, and I think the other green lace wigs might repopulate, and I might get some nematodes, those in the soil, and have those eating them when they're really small, maybe eating the eggs. I don't know, getting the really small stuff, and trying to prevent some I don't know, fungus gnats, and because they're coming back to and let's see, aphids and anything else. Just trying to keep a good balanced system. All this is natural. It's supposed to be happening. We're building up the soil. It's not going to start off perfect, so it's just going to get better and better every year. But let's get into it.
So, aphids can quickly take over your garden, reproducing rapidly and causing damage to your crops and flowers. These tiny insects are notorious for their ability to multiply fast, often leaving gardeners feeling overwhelmed and helpless. Aphids can give birth up to 12 offspring per day, which can add up to hundreds of thousands of aphids in a matter of weeks. This rapid reproduction can lead to a significant decrease in plant growth and even kill the plant altogether. Aphids also secrete a sticky substance called honeydew, which can attract ants and wasps, making it difficult to control the situation even more. They can also transmit plant viruses, so they can take stuff into your grow space or transmit it around your grow space. So with aphids, it's not just a matter of aesthetics, it's a matter of the health and productivity in your garden. Now, the impact of aphids on plants cannot be overstated. They can cause curled and distorted leaves, stunted growth, and even a decrease in crop yields. Aphids are particularly attracted to sweet, sticky substances like nectar and sap, and can be a major threat to fruits and vegetable gardens. So aphids are born pregnant, which means that they start reproducing immediately. They have a complex life cycle with multiple generations emerging simultaneously. This makes it difficult to eradicate them using traditional pest control methods. Aphids are also incredibly resilient and can survive in extremely cold or hot temperatures like winter and summer, so they're a year-round problem. Ladybugs, on the other hand, are a natural predator of aphids. These tiny beetles feed on aphids using their sharp mouthpieces to pierce the aphid's body and suck out the internal fluids. Ladybugs are ferocious eaters, consuming up to 60 aphids per hour, making them a perfect solution for any aphid problem, at least for my aphid problem. Ladybugs are attracted to some plants as aphid, like similar to aphids, making them a natural fit for controlling aphid problems. By introducing ladybugs to your garden, you're creating a balanced ecosystem where predators and prey coexist. This natural approach to pest control is not only effective, but also environmentally friendly. So, in my recent success story, I introduced the ladybugs to the garden. The results were really good. The plants were covered in aphids before, but 2-3 days later, and the ladybugs have pretty much been completely wiped out as far as I can tell. The plants have definitely they've been doing better since I sprayed them with the Lost Coast, which is an organic spray, bug spray. But introducing ladybugs is just part of my strategy. Integrated pest management, or IPM, involves using a variety of methods to keep pests like aphids under control while maintaining a healthy ecosystem. So let's dive into what I'm doing. Now, I'm not going to cover everything in IPM, but just the stuff that I am going to do and have been doing personally. So I cut down the cover crops. They were way overgrown, and you'll see they grew back pretty quickly. I guess you can see that now. And they're still growing really fast, but they were completely out the top before. There was like no room in there, no room for air, no room for anything. So I had to cut that down, and it's great for, keeping moisture in the soil and, gathering nitrogen and stuff, but it's also a great place for hiding place for bugs. So you gotta maintain it. You gotta keep it trim. Well, speaking about increasing the airflow through that space by cutting that down, also making sure that the fan hits that area, goes over the dirt, keeps air circulating and moving, and keeps bugs from doing too much stuff in that area. Other stuff I did to get rid of the ladybugs themselves, I sprayed the Lost Coast. You could use Maggie's Farm or any kind of organic spray like that, but the physical spray itself, I used that to actually remove the bugs, and anything I saw, I sprayed it off. If there was anything that looked like it could have been an egg or anything I saw on there, I tried to actually physically remove it. Like I said, Lost Coast, Maggie's Farm, whatever kind of spray you decide to use. Some kind of thing that changes pH and has terpenes and oils to cover bugs so that they can't breathe. Just insecticidal, so it's organic and safe for flowers that you're gonna consume. You gotta keep on monitoring for those things, and introducing these ladybugs, the green lacewigs. They're gonna do great things for my garden. So they're gonna, not just do this one round right here, but they're probably gonna lay some eggs, because you haven't noticed some of their behavior going on in the background. They're probably gonna lay eggs inside this space, and it's gonna give further generations a chance to come back and deal with further bug problems. I'm gonna get green lacewing for the exact same reason. Nematodes live inside the soil. They're a lot smaller, but they're gonna get the stuff out the soil. And by maintaining, a healthy ecosystem where everything's in balance, that's gonna make sure that the plant's healthy too. It's gonna make sure it's getting the food that it needs, because it needs to have the bacteria that eats the, that feeds it the whatever, the phosphorus or whatever it's gonna need. And it's gonna need to keep those things under control. So there's gonna have to be something that eats that, and there's gonna have to be something that eats those things, and you're gonna have to have funguses in there to help navigate some other nutrients, and you're gonna have to, it's just about having a good natural balance that you can find in nature. Trying to maintain something where nothing gets too out of control. No population explosions and the microbiome is probably more what I was going to point towards in integrated pest management, because soil health is important for pest management. fruit flies. But these aphids came in on compost. You know, you just gotta keep stuff healthy, and when you bring new stuff in, stuff's gonna happen anyway. But you still gotta, you know, have a way for it to be taken care of naturally, and that's gonna be predator bugs and microbes. So it's just 2 days later. The plants have already shot back out this much in growth. It's going real well. They're kind of light green in the center. I don't know if it's a calcium, magnesium issue. I kind of doubt it. I think it's just because it's new growth. This is stuff that was covered up by the big leaves before, and now they're big leaves themselves suddenly. This is 2 days growth, so I think we're going to be okay. Yeah, it's hard to believe that really it's only 2 days growth, right? I trimmed that up a little bit better. And I guess they're not burnt tips. Claws might be curling in a little bit from the aphids. Maybe they're still bouncing back. I'm gonna give it a couple of weeks to grow and to bounce back from this, and then we're gonna flip to flower. We want to get these ready for the National Cannabis Festival for 420, 2025. You know, gotta have a fresh batch, well cured, for 420 next year, and that's about the right time to get these. So there you have it, my comprehensive approach to IPM and dealing with pests like aphids, by combining natural predators like green lacewings or ladybugs or nematodes for that matter, and then with natural deterrents like wind, chopping down stuff to remove hiding areas and removing microclimates for the bugs to hide. And yeah, by combining the natural predators, natural deterrents like that, and insecticidal soaps, setting up my garden for success. It will take time, so you know this is a natural process. You got to build up the soil. It'll just get better over time. Your garden will get better over time. You just got to build up that natural balance that's supposed to be, where you know you have plants that are requiring nutrients and water, and you have funguses and microbes that are willing to trade all that stuff that they can mine out the dirt for easily, for sugars that the plant can make for itself easily. So that's how that works. The root zone interacts with the stuff underneath the soil that's living down there, bacteria and funguses and stuff like that. And you need a good balance of those things down there, not just the ones that can feed it, because that can get too much population, and that can be a problem too. So you need something that eats those, and then you need something that eats those things that eats those, because you don't want those out of control. And there's funguses that help your plant, and there's funguses that eat some of those things that might get out of control. So you just need a balance. It's really about building what would happen in nature. And I'm not talking about out in your yard that's 20, 30 years old, or even 100 years old. I'm talking about like the forest, like good thick amount of topsoil that has real microbiology to it. And so yeah, you're trying to get that good, normal, natural balance for your plant's environment. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and share this video. Let's grow together, one pest-free garden at a time. Thanks for joining us. I'll see you next time.